I'm here with Kyle Belakopitsky, and she is the Executive Director of the New York State PTA. It's so great to have you here.
Kerri, thanks for having me here. We're so excited to share this night.
You know, tell us a little bit about your work with the foundation.
Sure, they are wonderful to work with. It's amazing to see the Foundation for a Drug Free World really advocate on behalf of all of our children and families. They come to our conventions, they give us materials, we're able to distribute materials to the school districts, their assistants, amazing work that they do.
Why is it so important to have programs like a Drug Free World in the schools?
Well, we know that drug abuse and substance abuse is really both a local, state, community, national, global epidemic. Without advocates like Drug Free World and their foundation, without other advocates and like-minded individuals in the community, we would continue to have and continue to see the spikes that we're seeing now in our school districts. We know the heroin and opioid crisis is continuing to rise. Just in my school district recently, we had 2 high schoolers the previous year succumb to drug overdoses from heroin, and it's something that we have to work together as a community, bring education together with outside organizations like Drug Free World and other advocates in the community to really solve the problems.
How have you seen a drug-free world change the youth, the teens, the kids that hear about it?
It's amazing the work that they do in New York City, outside the city, and globally, really, to really have a real conversation with teenagers and their families. It's often hard at that age to have someone tell you what you have to do. And the way they work with children, with their community volunteers and their staff, the outreach network that they have, teens seem to want to listen. And it's great to see that type of collaboration.
Do you think it's when speakers from a drug-free world get up there and they've gone through it themselves, they've had the experience, they tell the story, do you think that's imperative in prevention?
Absolutely. I think it's often so important to really connect on a personal level. You know, why I never experienced that myself during high school. Many of my friends had substance abuse issues, and to see them struggle even now in adulthood is very problematic. And when you can talk to somebody from that standpoint and say that there is a way out, there is support for you, there's another way to really prepare yourself to succeed in life and career, it's so important.
How did you get involved personally with the Foundation for a Drug Free World?
Well, through the New York State PTA, we have 300,000 amazing members here in New York State, from Buffalo to the North Country down to Long Island. Parents, caregivers, educators that really care about children. We generally work in school buildings, within school districts, of course, and to support programs like this and other community providers of substance abuse treatment and prevention. We really work strongly with the legislature and the governor's office on the heroin and opioid task force. We have one of our great volunteers, Suzanne Smaller, that does this work in her line of work and is also really involved in this community, trying to support teenagers and adults for this substance abuse crisis. So it's excited to work with them on a statewide basis. We serve 2.4 million school children, New York State PTA. So it's great to partner with organizations that have similar like-minded goals in mind to support children and families. We worked extensively this year on legislation with organizations like Drug Free World and others. It's just the work is so hard, and sometimes it's always an uphill battle. And it's very hard as an advocate to give up. But this is so important. We have a generation of our youth that's really succumbing to really problematic substance abuse issues. And if we don't continue this work, then no one is going to do it. So congratulations to Drug Free World and all of their recipients tonight at their gala. We're very, very excited to partner with them and to continue this work to support our children.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Oh, anytime, Kerri. Yes. Thank you for having me.